What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Wednesday. This is our first normal episode on a Wednesday in a while. Usually we do the Bachelor or Bachelorette recaps. It's been back to back to back for a long time now. Now we have some time off. I don't think the show comes back till July, so we
kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy to think about.
That how many episodes, like there really have not been a lot of Wednesday episodes in maybe the last year and a half that have not been Bachelor recaps of some sort.
Right. It feels good to be able to talk about some topics. Obviously, the Oscars happened on Sunday, and we didn't talk about that on Monday, but we will talk about it today. But we have some exciting news. We announced it on our social, but we are going back on tour, and this time is a real deal tour. No weeks in between. We're going stop after stop.
We're on the road.
We are on the road. Chicks out west. We are taking it. Right, we're taking it to the West Coast, like we told you guys we would do. The stops are San Diego, Scottsdale, San Francisco, Portland, and Seattle. I'll give you guys the dates too while we're here.
Seattle.
San Diego will be April 27th. Scottsdale will be April 30th. San Francisco will be May 3rd. Portland will be May 5th. And Seattle will be May 7th.
Yep.
So, yes, we will be, as a collective group, Chicks in the Office.
On the road.
We'll
for
be
2
on the
weeks.
road. We are doing most podcast episodes for those weeks. There might be 1 or 2. We'll tell you at the time that we might not be doing. But for the most part, we will be doing the podcast. So you guys will hear about our adventures on tour.
I want to recreate that video from The Dirt where you're the normal day of our tour.
Yeah,
they might just be. They might just be some shorter episodes.
Right, but also I feel like people get. People loved when we were in LA and we talked about our trip in LA. And so now we're all going to be traveling together for a really long time.
So long.
Maybe the longest trip a team here at Barstool has taken together, I think.
Yeah, we should maybe make a little game out of it with the fans, with the listeners, of just odds of who's the first one to crack, who's gonna be the first one
we should make a game
to have an emotional breakdown on tour.
How many times does somebody do this? How many times does somebody do
over
that?
Under on how many times I yell at Noah for something.
Right. How many times do I cry? Even just
Who's the first
happiness.
Yeah. Because it
could be
me
just being happy. Yeah, it's going to be a long time together, and we're going to be flying to each place, a lot of traveling. So it's going to be a lot, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're really excited to be on the West Coast. We haven't been to
all cities none of us have ever been to.
None of us.
Honestly, if people who are from there send things to do.
Yes, because we will be vlogging the whole time.
Maybe some good restaurant recs.
Yeah.
I would love for the last couple stops. We don't have as much in between time. But San Diego, Scottsdale, Seattle, we have a couple more because it's also on a Saturday. We had that Friday before.
Send your recommendations. Also, come to the show.
Yeah,
come
good
to
point.
the show.
Buy
I
tickets.
feel like when we had this the show in LA for Super Bowl week. I don't know what happened that week, and everyone's always like, "Come to LA," and then it was like, people came, but you weren't jumping at the chance to come to the show. This is a full-blown tour we are throwing for everybody, okay? We're going to make it the best tour, best podcast tour you've ever seen, okay? It's going to be a little bit of a party mixed with a great show. We got guests coming to the shows. We're working on all that. So make sure you come. And all these times that people are yelling at us to come to these cities, well, we're fucking coming now, so you better show up.
And the link will be in the description. Where you'll be able to get tickets on Thursday.
Yes. You can't buy tickets yet. They go on sale to Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yes. So make sure you get tickets and limited tickets. So make sure you get them fast. Don't hold out because I know
these will go quick.
These will go quick. A lot of people, they held out for LA. These are going to go fast. We've looked at the venues. We've seen the people online, which cities people are most fans of, and these are good spots we're going to. So
I'm excited.
Make sure if you want to come, get your ticket. Also, don't be afraid to come alone. A lot of the shows we've done in the fall and even in LA, people came by themselves. They had a great time. They met other girls, guys that were a fan of our show. And we had a great time. And if you get a VIP ticket or whatever, you can hang out with us too.
Yep.
So don't be shy. You can also, I think that Fran and I don't go on Facebook, but I think there are Chicks in the Office Facebook groups or on Instagram, whatever, where people talk, and even on Dat Chat, whatever, they talk and they're fans, and you could just make friends with other people that are fans of the podcast.
There's a new Twitter feature that maybe we need to hop on.
Twitter community.
Twitter community. And it seems very like group-esque, where it's the same kind of thing, like communities, and you can all talk together.
So maybe we create one for our Chicks in the Office fans out there. Because I know that some people only get Twitter to do The Bachelor or Bachelorette, and they'll tag us, and we love seeing that. So if you are...
I have some very funny suggested communities to join right now, but I've been a new feature. White Sox, so I'm assuming the Barstool Chicago squad jumped all over this. New York Mets, science. You can just join just straight up science. Barstool Sports, photography.
The Barstool Sports one makes me nervous. I don't think I'm gonna check that one out.
Survivor's got one. Wordle's got one.
Like seeing a Barstool
Twitter
Sports
cooking
community makes me. I mean, you should join it if you're a fan of Barstool.
We'll have to make a Chicks in the Office one. Noah.
Yeah, we'll talk to Devin about that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to see anything bad about us in there, so that's why I'm afraid to press it.
Why? Why would there be?
No, I mean like a bar, because it's like I'm assuming this is where people go to talk about.
Dat Chat was pretty good.
You know, Dat Chat was great, but
yeah,
in terms
that's why we make our own.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying we make our own. But don't be afraid to go alone. If you're like, oh, I want to go to this show, buy a ticket anyway. Maybe you'll find a friend, or you'll meet a friend there.
Yeah.
All the people that come to our show are so lovely, and
a lot of merch there.
Great. Yeah, there'll be new
merch.
merch. We coming out with new merch. Our new logo will be this Friday.
With new merch.
Will it?
Yes.
It will.
Okay.
It will.
Okay.
Yes. We have a new logo.
Definitely.
We're revamping here.
We have tons of new merch we've been working on for months, and the tour merch, which will be exclusive to the tour, is also very cool. So honestly, worth the price of admission right there. Right. You get make sure you can come in and grab some of the West Coast tour merch. Is very cool.
So we've been posting old interviews that we did on TikTok, which, by the way, check out our TikTok, Chicks in the Office, if you maybe started listening to our show recently or in the pandemic or whatever it was. A lot of interviews that we did before that time, very early on, 2018, 2019, we've been posting on TikTok, which I think is really funny to see people commenting about our hair.
It's also just funny to see what we look like.
Yeah, it's crazy. We've changed dramatically. It's specifically
Your
me,
voice
I feel
is
like.
crazy. Like to see some of the videos, I was like, oh my God.
My voice is just not. How did that happen?
You sound like
you're like.
I went through puberty
your
this summer.
dropped.
No, my balls dropped this summer. It was nuts.
I think you did. Cause
no,
it's not like more raspy. It's like deeper now.
No, I know. Like
it's deeper and a little bit more raspy, depending on whatever.
Some could argue sexier.
I don't think it's sexier for sure. I like it better.
There you go.
Where was I going with this? People. Oh, I saw someone comment. They were like, they're posting a lot of these old interviews, and it makes me feel like a change is coming. Two things to address. We're posting old interviews because we want followers on TikTok, not because a change is going.
A lot of these TikToks or a lot of these interviews were before we
Or
had
just imagine, it's like, that would honestly be kind of cruel.
Right.
To just like go down memory lane to be like,
we're
here's
stopping.
all our old stuff.
So that's what people
to make some kind of big announcement.
A change is coming.
A change is coming, but all positive changes. Like we've just been working on.
They were making it seem like a bad.
Yeah, like some people are like, oh, is it coming to an end?
Yeah.
But I just want to note that only positive things are coming. We're not going anywhere. We're just revamping a little bit. What?
Jordan
no,
Belfort.
it's just I
hate leaving.
We're literally never going anywhere. But we are gonna change some things around just to, revamp.
Yeah.
Get
re-energize.
Yeah, get re-energized because we've been doing this for a while now. So we just want to keep you guys interested and ourselves interested.
Yeah.
So the new logo will be a great start. That'll be on Friday. And then this tour, you guys can buy tickets on Thursday. The link will be in the description. Be ready on Thursday.
I'm excited to see the Pacific Northwest.
I am too. I've always wanted to go to San Francisco.
I've
San
never been to
Diego.
any of these places. I'm so excited.
Heard
like
great
even
things.
just Portland and Seattle. Like I'm so excited.
You want
to
go
see.
to the hospital? In
I feel like
Seattle?
I'm gonna be in Twilight.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Scottsdale too. People talk that place up a lot.
Love Scottsdale. Yeah.
And
I think when I think it's Scottsdale, I just think of sunsets.
I think we could talk about this just because it's a funny
Cool
little
sunsets.
thing, and I don't think it matters if we talk about it or not. But if you guys want us to cut it, we will, because I didn't even talk to you guys about this. But we were talking about guests, trying to fly guests out to shows because not a lot of people live in like these cities or whatever. So we called Tyler and we were like, these are like
These are the dates,
these are the dates and the places of the shows. Are you interested in coming to any of them? Whatever. And he was like, oh, Scottsdale. Like immediately, I was like, of course. The one place you want to go to is Scottsdale. Like he didn't actually even consider the other cities. He was like, if I'm going to do it, it's going to be Scottsdale. Although I don't even know if that's going to happen because besides the point.
So
but
now you just got everyone in Scottsdale very excited.
no, I mean he might not. I don't know.
To be honest,
it seems like a no.
It seemed like a no. So
Yeah.
if you are buying tickets, don't expect them.
Don't expect them, but maybe. But we'll have
maybe.
somebody
He could
regardless.
pop up
He works on a very last minute schedule.
Yes,
he's like, can I decide week of?
I was like, no. I was like, we're planning a tour. You can't.
I mean,
He's
that
like,
was the
well,
night of in New York. Oh, can I come at the beginning?
Yeah,
now?
we changed.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the night in New York, we changed his whole thing 10 minutes
just so
before
we
the
could-
fucking
just
show
so we
started.
could not meet David Beckham.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So yeah, he was like, oh, I was like, all right, that's besides the point. But of course, Scottsdale. Everybody always talks about Scottsdale.
And I am excited that Scottsdale's a Saturday. Like I do feel
Yeah,
like
it'll be fun.
We
That
will
might
have our
be-
show and then we can go out and do fun stuff.
That might be the only time I
The
go
only
out
time
during
you
the
go
tour
out.
because
Yeah.
I told
believe
you.
By
you,
the
by
way,
the way.
that's what Rhea. We've finalized plans, and she like made an announcement to me and Noah and was like, "By the way, guys, I will not be going out
Yeah,
any
don't
of
even
these
ask.
nights. Don't even ask
I was
me to
just
go
like,
out."
well, I am.
She was like, "Don't
You
even
guys
ask me to
do
go out."
you?
I don't
I
believe
will
you.
probably
That's the thing.
no.
We're all gonna be going out, and you'll be like, all right, like I'm just gonna go to sleep now.
It really depends. I just know myself, and like when I get hungover, it's
But you don't have to get
It's
to that
m-
point where you're gonna be
no.
like deathly
It doesn't
hungover.
matter though. Like if I just drink a little, I just get really bad hangovers. So I don't want to be hungover for the rest of the tour.
Just
You know, a lot of
drink
traveling.
Some water. You don't have to drink.
No, I know. We'll see. Sometimes Big Rhea likes her rest, guys. Sometimes I like to just lay down in bed and not do anything at all.
Very
but
anti-rock star of you for the tour.
It
life,
is.
let
You
me
know
tell
what?
you
Fuck
that.
it. I'm going out every night.
I mean,
Actually,
the last tour was
that's
not
a
like we were going
really
crazy.
great point, friend.
Yeah.
And I have now changed my thought
What?
process
Yeah,
on this.
because like this is like a legit tour. We're basically.
She said
rock
that's
stars.
very anti-tour, like to not go out.
really
And
anti-rock
you know what?
star of her.
We should wreck every hotel.
If I'm gonna talk all my shit about loving Motley Crue and everything,
Yeah,
I gotta live up to it.
yeah.
All right, it seems like I made a change right now.
All right, guys, we're getting fucked up every
I'm
night.
I'm getting hammered. I'm going out every night. And if you guys don't go out, you're getting kicked off the fucking tour. That was a quick turnaround. I'm easily
that was a
persuaded.
quick
You
turnaround.
know, I'm bad with peer pressure.
Yeah. The one thing
That's
I
why I
do,
was like, you're not. Gonna
the one thing I do think that would have been really funny, which just would have been hard, and like maybe we can think about it for another tour of some sort, would be an actual tour bus.
I was thinking that too, but we'd have
But
to
then
go
we
to
have to-
cities that are all like.
I mean, no, we could drive everywhere, but like
yeah,
it just
it
would
would just be more spread out. We'd be on the road for longer, and I think we would. I think we would maybe need two, or not two.
RVs? No, for 5 people.
Yeah,
No, we would just get a really big.
You can
but
get
imagine
big
how it
ones.
would be really close quarters with Noah.
What does that mean?
I have no problem being close quarters with Noah.
But like also,
No,
it's
I
like
mean,
we're
just
not.
like- just like-
you would have rooms, I think.
Not in all tour
No, like
buses.
you would have like the king size bedroom. I'd be like on the hallway, like falling
Yeah.
There's
out
like
into
I
the
feel
aisle.
like there's the one bed in the back.
Mm-hmm.
That probably it does have a door.
So that
Yeah.
would probably be
And then
you.
the bunk beds. No, but like Devin and Natalie would have to be in bunk beds with you. Like they
Not
didn't-
with me.
Yeah, not with you, but I'm
like
just saying.
I mean, like I don't see a problem with it, honestly. But
For changing and getting ready and things
but
like
there's
that.
doors for that. You can go to the bathroom. I mean, fine. Give
How
me my
big's
own
the-
RV.
how
Get me
big's-
my own RV.
Yeah, maybe no one needs
Hey
his
guys,
own
we're not going on a bus, so I think
know,
we're
I
gonna
know.
be okay. We're
But
gonna.
I'm saying it could be fun
it could be.
for another like if we
Another
do
time.
other East Coast
I'm
stuff.
surprised to hear you saying that. I
We
feel like
wanted to go on a.
We were
wanted
supposed to
go
go on a
RV
big
tour.
I
RV
remember
trip.
that. But I feel like you're already worried about spending 2 weeks with everyone.
I'm really not
No.
worried about spending time with everyone. I am not the type of person that needs. I like my
Honestly,
alone time, but
the-
I don't need. Like I'm not like one of those people. It's like I need my alone time.
Our
Like,
last
I really
Yeah,
need
no,
LA
I-
trip, I didn't
that's
have
why-
any problem. Like a lot of trips, I do feel like in the
Yeah.
I'm
past.
not worried about it. It's just that I know that I do like to be alone.
Some
sometimes.
yeah,
like
some-
I like to like be able to at the end of the
But
night
this
just
time,
sit in
at
my
least,
room
you have
and
your own
watch TV
hotel
and not talk to
Yeah.
anyone.
Some people need alone time. Some people. My thing is not about being with everyone. That's not my worry about this trip at all.
Yeah.
It's about being hungover and tired, which I'm trying to avoid doing. Just because I know I know that we have to perform and put on a show, and I need to be my best self, and I'm not going to be my best self if I'm extremely tired. That's my worry.
Maybe you'll just be drunk the whole time.
That may be. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, if we're going to go that route, I may just be fucked up.
Like
and
mimosas every
sometimes
day,
my hangovers give me my
fine.
funniest moments.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes when I'm really
also,
hungover,
our last
I'm
big
loopy.
trip, you and Devin shared a room, so it's like,
Oh, yeah. No, that can't happen.
You'll have your own hotel rooms this time.
Me and Devin almost kill each other because she was FaceTiming at 2 a.m, and I was like, what?
I had my own floor.
Besides that, I mean, Devin and I are together all the time, but
Yeah,
it's when we travel, we gotta have our own rooms.
No, I think for the amount of traveling that it is going to be.
I hope we have some good hotel bars. I like a good hotel bar.
I also do love a good hotel bar.
You know what?
Yeah.
I've never sat at a hotel bar.
What?
Like ever?
Never?
No. I'm thinking.
Ever?
No.
No, we have.
No, we haven't.
Like you've gone to at the
In LA, I think
in
we
LA
did.
at the Mondrian. You were at the bar with Dylan and Hannah and Tyler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
But I
also
call that.
when
I think that's separate.
I also
but I
think
guess
when we
no.
went to when we stayed at the Lowe's and they had that bar in the middle, I got a couple of drinks there one night, I think.
I don't remember that. Maybe I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I definitely had some on tropical vacations too. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. I mean,
I wouldn't count that.
Sometimes I say I never do things, and then I think back. I'm like, I did that many times.
Yeah. I think
so
you're when we say hotel bar, I think you're like picturing like moody.
Yes,
dim
yeah, I
lighting,
am.
No, that's what I'm
piano
picturing.
playing.
That
I would
is
love that.
martini drinking
That is
hotel bar.
exactly
Like
what I'm
leather
thinking of. Like I'm
chairs.
having a dirty
Yeah,
martini
yeah, correct.
alone.
Yeah.
Maybe I have a book in front of me.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
we
sounds
should do
great.
that and nobody talk to each other.
Yeah. Like we're all at different tables.
We're all there, but none of us are speaking to each other.
We're all gonna be with each other for so long. We're gonna start role playing in hotel bars.
Yeah.
Improv. Ria's gonna cast us as all his different roles in a hotel bar, and we have to spend the night acting like someone else.
I would love that game.
What,
like a
you-
mystery game.
I just got a flashback to when you and Devin were.
know.
To a murder mystery game. Me and my friends did that one time, and it was a ton of
Really?
fun. Yeah, we all got dressed up and we did a murder mystery game.
I've heard of people here like going to parties like that.
Yeah. That sounds a little kinky, but I don't know if that wasn't what mine was.
Oh, no, it wasn't kinky
Oh,
at all.
okay.
Like somebody had like a murder mystery birthday party or something. I don't know.
But like you just
Not
dress up. You're
kinky,
not
though.
like solving something.
No, it's like you all get assigned a character. Somebody organizes the whole thing, and you get assigned a character, and you like we just did like fancy dress ups. We all just got dressed up, but we all got assigned a character, and then the one person in charge knows like, oh, there's been a murder and blank is dead, and then you have to ask each other questions to try and find out who was the murderer. I don't know how.
Sounds like a lot of work.
I don't
It
know how we
does.
started talking about murder mystery parties,
Well,
but
we're gonna have fun and we're gonna
See you
document
guys on
it
the West
all.
Coast.
We will see you guys. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna talk about it, and we hope that you guys are roped in and are interested throughout
Yeah.
the entire tour. And
can
come
I
to the
just
show.
say to close, I am excited that we are going to all places we've never been to and like not LA.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I do
Fuck
like
LA.
I do enjoy LA.
Yeah.
I do from time to time.
I feel like
but
we
I'm
always go to LA, though.
We always go to LA, and I've never been anywhere else on the West Coast.
Neither
So
have I.
That's why I'm like so excited to do other things.
Besides Vegas. And
Yeah, same.
also, I will say this, and this is not a shot at LA or the show. I don't know how to say this without offending, but I guess whatever. I wasn't sold on like doing another show in LA.
Yeah.
The energy for me
There's also Super Bowl. With a lot of factors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and
the
there was a lot
energy
of
for
clients
me
there.
wasn't. It
Yeah.
didn't sell me on doing another show there. Now, if a ton of people DM'd us and was like, "Please come back to LA," we'll come. Maybe the case, but it didn't sell me. It didn't sell me
Yeah.
on doing another show there. So I'm really excited about these spots.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a lot of fun.
What are you looking forward to most? Which city?
Probably San Francisco, so I can go see the Full House home.
I'm just looking forward
I think
to San
mine
Francisco.
might also be San Francisco, but not for that reason. But
What do you want to see? The
I
Golden
would
Gate
love
Bridge?
to see the Full House.
Yeah,
for
I want to
sure.
see all the
I
things.
just
in-
I feel like I
like
do want to
the
be super
hills,
touristy.
like the
Yeah,
train.
like in Princess Diaries.
yeah, I've seen San Francisco a
What's the
lot
trolley?
on
Yeah.
video, but I've never seen it. San Diego, I feel
Should
like I
we go
could
to,
expect. You know.
Alcatraz.
I want to see the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh,
Yeah, I
you know
wanna
what
go.
I'm excited about?
Yeah, same.
Going to see Dylan and Hannah's house in San Diego.
Yeah, that's it. Landmark, national landmark.
Yeah, national
Big
landmark. Their house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stay home for that.
And Seattle, Twilight, the whole thing.
Seattle, the Needle.
Yeah, I feel like it'll definitely be raining for some reason when we're there. Like,
I'm excited for lobster roll in Portland.
do they have good lobster rolls in Portland?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they do?
Isn't that what they're known for?
I don't know. Maybe. I know seafood. Like I know they're big on the fish markets and stuff.
I didn't even think. Yeah.
Or is that Seattle?
No, Portland. It's Portland. Portland has great lobster rolls.
Oh.
I'm telling you, it has to
No.
be.
I'm not arguing with you on that. I think. Oh yes. No. I'm
love
thinking
lobster.
of the. I'm switching the fish. I'm thinking of the fish markets in Seattle. Like
Oh,
Pike
yeah.
Place is Seattle.
That's why when we were thinking about like Vancouver as an option, like I know they have great seafood too.
Yeah, I know Pike Place is Seattle. That's what I was thinking of. But yes, honestly, excited for all of them. Truly, I can't even. Every time we go through each one, I have a new thing that I'm excited for.
Yeah, because like our last tour,
Yeah, when it
I
comes
think
to
we went to,
lobster
like,
roll
most of those.
territory, Maine is in the big leagues.
Maine is the best.
Portland, Maine. There's 2 Portlands. We're going to Portland, Oregon.
That didn't cross your mind, like, oh, there's a Maine and
Maine is on the East Coast.
Yes, it is. And Portland, Maine does have great lobster
they have
rolls.
the best.
The best.
Maine is the lobster roll.
You're right. So you were right. Portland is the home of lobster
That's
rolls.
why I was like, what are you talking about?
But not the Portland we're
East
going
Coast
to.
is lobster roll. Like,
Different Portlands.
There's 2 Portland.
Yes.
oh my god.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Oh my god.
The way you just said, yep,
I like how you-
Portland, the best lobster roll in Maine, baby.
Yeah,
It's
but you
just
never
not
even
where-
clicked. You're like, oh yeah, see Maine, best.
It's
in
not where we're going.
I'm so embarrassed.
Let me tell you something. You know what I did not realize is how close Portland is to Vancouver.
Should we just
No,
go
we
to
did
Vancouver
talk
for a
about
day trip?
that.
No, remember? Yeah, because we were like,
If we're gonna, because we talked about going to Vancouver, and
Like,
so
it's
we were like,
ins-
if we go to Portland, it's very close to Vancouver.
Insanely close, across the river.
honestly, like,
Across the river. That's it.
just in terms of like people sending trivia questions and
That
everything.
shows how much I know about the West
there's
Coast.
a strong audience in Canada.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish we could go. Maybe another future.
Yeah,
date.
we just need some things to lax up. / our sponsors don't
Yeah.
exist in Canada, so
Whew.
not all of them. But
God,
wow, that was funny.
Yeah, so
that was
we'll
some
see you
good
guys in
stuff.
Maine.
maybe
That
the
was some good
dumbest
stuff.
moment I've
I
ever
can't
had.
wait to edit that clip.
I was so
The way you
excited.
just so confidently were like, "Yeah, Portland, Maine, the home of the greatest lobster roll."
I closed my laptop, and I gotta bring that back up. Like,
Yeah. What state she Googled? What state has the best lobster rolls? When it comes to lobster roll territory, Maine is in the big leagues. Yeah,
oh shit,
that it is. But
Oh,
we will be
man.
going. We will be going to the Portland on the other side.
Fuck
of
me.
the country.
Shit. So I don't know what I'm excited about for Portland, but there's gotta be something there. It ain't lobster rolls though. I'll tell you that
man.
much.
It's not lobster
All right.
rolls.
Anyways, let's get into the show.
I also love that I was totally with you though.
Yeah,
I was
you were like,
I was
Portland
yeah, I've
does
heard that
have lobster
before.
rolls.
Well,
I
no,
was like,
when you
I've
said-
totally heard that before.
You said, that's why I was kind of confused. I'm like, why would they have good lobster?
Yeah.
What
Oh,
is
boy.
Portland?
All right.
Wait, can you pronounce it for me?
We'll try again on.
Can you pronounce the second part, Portland?
I say Oregon, but it's Oregon. I think.
Oregon?
Really? Because I've always said
Oregon?
Oregon, and I thought that I was saying it wrong.
I think people say Oregon.
I
We
thought
gotta ask Becca,
I thought it was
who works
Oregon.
here, who was from
I
Portland.
thought that was the correct way you said.
I think my third grade teacher was from Portland. I mean, Oregon.
We've had this conversation on this show before.
about my
No,
third
no,
grade teacher.
about how to say Oregon.
I mean, there's fucking no lobster rolls in
There's not. Where
Oregon.
would they get it? Like
wait. Okay,
Oregon.
that's Google says Oregon, but
I love a good lobster.
Oregon. I don't know, man. Well, look, that's our We got a good opening joke when we get to Portland.
Hey, we're the lobster rolls.
We got a good opening joke when we get to Portland, and we'll have everyone in the crowd
should find a place.
"You fucking idiots! It's actually pronounced like this," and they'll tell us, and then we'll know.
You know what? When we go there, we have to get a lobster roll. Like we have
to find a place.
The best lobster rolls in Maine.
It's the best lobster rolls.
We flew all the way to Portland for the lobster.
Straight up, is that the dumbest thing I've ever said?
No, definitely not.
It feels like it.
It's up there.
I'm trying to think. There's one moment.
There was another moment
there.
that I can't remember.
Probably
that was
off
like really
camera.
fucking dumb. No, on camera too. Can't recall. Maybe other people listening can. Anyways, you guys want to get into the show or what?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool. We're going to be talking about the Oscars and obviously the Will Smith and Chris Rock slap. And my tweet that went, no big deal, pretty viral. And Hilaria Baldwin is pregnant again with Alec Baldwin's
7th
kid. And we have a great interview with Juliette Porter talking all things Siesta Key. So let's get into it, starting off with the Oscars. The only thing you could possibly be thinking about right now besides this podcast is paying off your student loans. I know it. You know it. I'm thinking about that all the time. So if you want to pay off your student loans faster, listen up. Earnest has some of the lowest rates, flexible payments, and in-house term ready to help. With Earnest, you could change your interest rate, get a lower monthly payment, and you never pay fees, not even late fees. By refinancing, you could reduce your loan term, save money, or combine multiple loans into a simple monthly payment. So you take your loans, make a one payment, boom, you're good to go. With Earnest, it only takes 2 minutes to see where your new rate could be, and there's no credit impact. Right now, Earnest is offering our listeners a $100 cash bonus. Refinance your student debt at earnest.com/chicks. Not available in all states. Once again, you get a $100 cash bonus when you visit earnest.com/chicks to refinance your student loan. Visit earnest.com/chicks for more details. Not available in all states. Terms and conditions apply. Earnest student loan refinancing made by Earnest Operations LLC NMLS number 1204917. California financing law license number 6054788. 535 Mission Street, San Francisco, California. Maybe we'll visit 94105. Visit earnest.com/licenses for a full list of licenses. So on Sunday, when we were recording, we were like, let's not cover the Oscars because it's the same thing every year.
It wasn't even like, let's not cover it. It was like, nothing that big will happen that by the time Wednesday comes around, like, it'll be fine.
Right.
Mention.
Meaning not cover. I mean, we won't record after
Yes.
the Oscars to put into the Monday episode.
Right.
We thought nothing's going to happen.
Finished the whole show already.
We'll do it.
The Oscars cannot end at 11:45 Eastern time on a Sunday.
It's nuts.
It just can't.
Well, they were meant to end probably I think
they
like
were supposed to
11:15
end at
or
11. It said.
11?
And they went.
Well,
it ended at 11:45.
Will
pretty
Smith
much
slapped a man, so
yeah, that is.
it makes sense
that
why
only lasted like a few
some
minutes.
time added.
Yeah.
But anyways, we all know what happened. Chris Rock got up there. He made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith. He said he can't wait for G.I. Jane 2 to come out because she was wearing a green outfit. She obviously is bald. And so he made a joke. We see the clip. Will Smith laughs. Then it pans to Jada. She's not laughing. She rolls her eyes. Will Smith then gets up and proceeds to slap Chris Rock across the face. We all know this by now. Chris Rock is taken aback. The whole place is taken aback.
the composure on Chris Rock to continue to try and salvage that as a joke. He's like, I just got Will Smith just
that's pro
slapped the
shit.
shit out of me.
And he also said that it was the best moment in live TV or whatever he said.
Yeah.
It was pro. Then Will Smith got back in his chair and was like, keep my name's wife out your fucking mouth.
Wife's name.
And then, my wife's name. And then he said it again.
Yeah.
And
Second time louder.
Yes. And then Chris was like, I will, and continued on. So that's obviously, it's been talked about so much. Everyone has their opinion all over the place. I think
Some stronger than others. I get it. I understand there is some also very serious, there are serious conversations to be had out of this, but it's almost, some people, it's just too much.
right.
It's crazy.
I saw somebody tweet we're still processing the events of Sunday night. I was like, what are you processing? The people that should be processing anything is
Are the
Will
people
Smith,
involved.
Chris Rock, and Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah.
Those people got to process
Have
what
you
happened.
seen the other there's other angles of people's phone behind them, and you can see Jade, how Jade is reacting to it. Very weird. She's laughing when Chris Rock is Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. She's laughing.
The whole
I don't
interaction
know.
is
I don't know.
bizarre.
There's still, I'm sure there's still people who think the whole thing was fake.
It's so real. And the Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith relationship is bizarre. And then obviously Will Smith gets up there after winning an Oscar because everyone was like, oh, this man's going to win an Oscar now.
Yeah.
And
which we all like knew. Like,
yeah.
And Will knew that. Like he knew going in he's the favorite to win the Oscar.
Right. And so he wins the Oscar. He gets up there and he apologizes to the Academy, doesn't apologize to Chris Rock, and then goes into a whole spiel about
very emotional
love, vessel of love, God and love made him do this. And it just was ridiculous.
Right.
It was like, what are you talking about, man? You can't just get up there and slap Chris Rock across the face because of a joke. Like, comedians need to be able to make jokes these days. Like, they really have to. Was it that funny of a joke?
No, it was a bad joke. It was a bad joke, and it's like it was like
Chris Rock could do better. Chris Rock's a really funny guy.
It was just off the cuff. Like,
that's
it
a
wasn't
low-hanging
scripted.
fruit joke. And I also don't think, I don't know. Will we get a straight answer on where that joke came from? I don't know. I've seen
I don't
different
think
reports.
it matters.
But I think for
some of the shit Ricky Gervais says, like, at these things.
No,
like,
of course. But I'm saying, like, if somebody just wrote that joke for him and he didn't even know he was saying it, and like he just was reading from a
Rock
teleprompter.
Isn't going to let someone else write his jokes for him
For the Oscars, I think maybe. Yeah.
But also when it comes to this, it's like, first of all, do we really think Chris Rock knew everything about Jada Pinkett Smith's life and what she was going through? No.
I will say I
Also,
did not know that she had alopecia.
I didn't know either. I doubt Chris Rock knew. Also, like, does it really matter if somebody wrote it for him? If he said it himself, it was off the cuff. It was just a joke.
Yeah.
And it's just becoming a point in time where it's like, oh, we really can't make if you make a joke, you're gonna get slapped in the face. Like,
yeah.
We can't have that being the narrative.
And if Jada and now seeing post more of like the conversation that Jada's had around this, I did not realize. Like I had not seen this being discussed a lot because I don't really, I don't follow Jada Pinkett Smith as much. So she's been very open about her struggle with this and her journey going through having alopecia and her hair journey and all these things. But like not everybody knows that, and not everybody knows that. And if it's something that really hit a core for her and it felt like something that she felt could not be made fun of or does not deserve to be part of a joke, you have the platform to speak out about what Chris Rock said after the show. You can say, I really hated that joke for all these reasons and it hurt me because of these things, and talk about it and say and explain it. Will slapping him is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. And it stemmed a conversation. Kelly Keegs wrote a blog about how there's nothing more embarrassing than a significant other defending your honor physically. Like I'm going to punch this guy in the face. Like, who
that
wants...
some people do like probably find that attractive.
There are
so many people.
I saw people tweeting like, oh, that was sexy of Will Smith. It's like, I've been in situations before where something has happened to me that's like not right. No. And a guy or guys have been like, oh, do you want us to like do something? They don't want to do something about it, but they're like, do you want me to do something about it? I'm like, absolutely not.
No.
Like,
physical altercations
I don't even want you
incredibly uncomfortable.
Right, physical, and I don't even want you to say anything to the guy. Like, let's just let it go and we can leave and just ignore this person or whatever it may be. Like, when girls are like, you need to fight for me, it's like, what are you talking about? Like, that whole thing is embarrassing.
It's just wild that we've literally watched Will Smith go up on stage.
Now, it's different, I'll say this, if a guy were to lay your hands on you and then somebody were to, if there's physical contact and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, say a guy, like, not hit a woman, but did something, whatever.
Oh, and no, a woman. I'm like, okay.
Like, say a guy, like, did something physically wrong to you, and then your boyfriend stepped in and fucking punched him in the face or whatever. It's like, all right, physical on physical, whatever. You know,
eye for an eye.
Have you ever seen the movie 500 Days of Summer?
Yes.
You know the scene where, like, they're at the bar and he punches that guy and she was like, what the fuck? Like, why did you do that?
Yeah, I think it really comes down to, like, what it was. Obviously, it shouldn't be, but, like, like, at what point, it's not very often that a random guy at the bar is going to punch you in the face. But I'm saying, we saw it happen on the Jersey Shore with Snooki.
Physical violence at all. But it's the, it's the fact that he walked up on stage, did that, turned around and just sat back down and nothing happened.
Like, where's security?
Like, there was no...
Yeah.
Security was Denzel Washington. Security
Shout
was
out Denzel.
I mean, what a gift, Denzel. Apparently, Denzel was like the only one who was able to calm him down, talk some sense into him.
He talked to Jada too after.
And I know Will Smith mentioned him in his speech, but apparently he had also said to him, like, this, what are you doing? Like, this is your biggest moment. Too. Yeah.
But also, if Will Smith wasn't winning an Oscar, or if it was anybody else, they would have been escorted out, whatever it may be. I think they only allowed him to stay because they knew he was winning an Oscar.
I don't even know if it's that. It's Will Smith.
Right, but like you can't. I don't know. And I think
if Bradley Cooper went up there and did that, I don't know if they're escorting Bradley Cooper out.
Yeah, honestly, like anyone in the front few tables, like A-listers, like it's. If you're security, it's like, oh, what are you gonna like walk Will Smith out of there like in front of everyone? Like,
I guess it's just.
And I think there's probably some level of like, is that a joke? Like, I don't even know. Was that in the show?
I don't know. It's so crazy. It's so crazy, and it really like they obviously were not expecting anything like that to happen, so they have no protocol. They don't know how to handle that. It's like, do we now make this person leave? And I know that there's been conversations about him not being able to accept the Oscar or have like the Academy and investigating and whatnot for their code of conduct, but it's like
I think they gotta just let him have the Oscar.
Right. Harvey Weinstein's got a lot of Oscars.
Yeah.
That I don't think he's had to give back.
Right.
Yeah,
like let Will Smith have the Oscar because the film has nothing to do with him slapping Chris Rock in the face. But
it was him laughing too at it.
It's just the whole thing was so bizarre.
Well, then it's like obviously you do something like that and then you just celebrate the good stuff. So he did that and then it was like, oh, it didn't even happen. Like he went out and celebrated with his whole family, had a good time, drinking, dancing, and it was just like, I won an Oscar. This is my night. I don't like. Who cares that I just punched Chris Rock?
I would assume like everyone was probably
slapped.
If you're around him,
slapped.
I would be afraid. Like don't piss Will off.
Right. Like getting jiggy with on. Yeah. Everyone dance.
Yeah.
We didn't see anything from Chris Rock either, which made me feel bad. 'Cause it's like, what's with Chris Rock? But I think if Will Smith would have just yelled from his seat, we wouldn't even be talking about this today, right? Like, if Will Smith just yelled to Chris Rock, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth, it would be talked about a little bit, but then people would move on from it.
Right.
Way different than getting up on the stage and slapping someone across the face.
You know what I saw compared to the scene in The Other Guys? Where he's the Christina husband. That guy. That's Will Smith.
The Other Guys is such an underrated movie.
I mean, and the way, like I said, just would have been a conversation that if it was something that was really offensive to them, you can find a constructive way to discuss these things. Like Jada Pinkett Smith literally has a show for those reasons. You know, I just feel like Red Table Talk is what she has used to like have conversations about these kinds of moments and like have open conversation and express yourself. And they just went the absolute opposite of, oh no, we're going to go with physically slapping someone.
The joke is like, where was this energy for Tupac or August?
I thought it was funny that people were like, Will Smith said you can fuck my wife, but if you're gonna make a joke about her, like,
but it's like, oh, I'm not gonna like say anything to Tupac, but like, like a little comedian, like I'll smack him across the face.
So, Will Smith did put out an apology on his social and everything. He wrote, violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. I would also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, all the attendees, and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us. I am a work in progress. Sincerely, Will. It's something that he needed to apologize. He's right in everything that he says. It is inexcusable action, and unfortunately it is probably now something that he is going to regret for the rest of his life, that when people talk about him winning an Oscar, which should be the biggest night of his life,
or even when people talk about that movie
career,
when people talk about Will Smith ever,
it's just like, well, he slapped Chris Rock that night, so.
Like that's talked about with Kanye still, like at the Taylor moment.
Yeah.
This is like way worse
Chris Rock's
than that.
ticket sales have apparently gone up.
I saw Adam Sandler tweeted a nice tweet about him going on tour.
Going on tour.
I'm sure those like when he starts joking about it, it's gonna be so fun.
I mean, and there were some posts on Dumois like kind of trying to give some inside scoop on what was happening behind the scenes, and someone had sent in that like he was really rattled. Chris Rock, like really rattled, and like apparently had a bruised lip, like his hands were shaking afterwards.
You can be a comedian all you want, and you can be funny and laugh and whatever, but you're also allowed to be like, what the fuck when someone gets on stage and slaps you across the face.
If you right now
Totally.
like slap me, I'd be like,
right.
What? Like
And
I have a podcast with no one here.
Exactly. And I think that people are like, oh, it's Chris Rock. He's probably laughing it off, which I was joking around about, being like, I want to see Dave Chappelle's text with Chris Rock because I do think they're probably really fucking funny, like making fun of Will Smith and whatever. But you also just got slapped in the face in front of millions and millions of people at the Oscars. You're probably like, what the fuck? Like, we can't, like, if I was Chris Rock, I would just be stunned. No, I'm not going to sue or anything like that, but
also
I
like
would
one
just
of the most
be,
famous people in the world, Will Smith. Like.
I would just be fucking stunned that happened. Like, I hope Will Smith apologized
They showed
to Chris
him
Rock
like
directly.
when Questlove was making a speech, like people like zoomed in on Chris. He does look very rattled.
He totally looks rattled.
But even if Will Smith apologizes directly to Chris Rock, which I'm maybe if he's making statements on Instagram, I'm sure he's apologized to him directly. I'd hope that he wouldn't just make a statement on Instagram because you gotta.
He said that.
You gotta confront. No, but Chris Rock's sources said that's a lie.
Oh, really?
They said that they have not spoken, and that did not happen.
Even like
if I was Chris Rock, I would be like, fuck Will Smith forever.
Yeah.
Like, that's just me. I'm going on tour, and I'm making jokes about Will Smith for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Jaden Smith kind of was like supporting his did you see what his
Yeah,
tweet?
it's like, that's the way we do
Yeah.
it.
And,
Like,
Willow was there. Like,
I can't imagine we would expect anything else from Will Smith's children to not defend Will Smith.
no, I know, but like you don't need to tweet
Jaden
anything.
was like, Chris Rock's my favorite comedian. Come on, Dad.
Yeah, like I think that one kind of checks out. Even Jada just posted like, now's the time for healing. Like, that's it. That's like all she said. So I don't know. I'm assuming I'd be shocked if there is not a Red Table Talk about this.
I talked to my dad about this because I think this is just a funny story. One time my
there
parents
has to be, no?
Maybe. One time my parents went to see Andrew Dice Clay, like I think even before any of us were born. And my dad was like a really muscular guy. My mom was very skinny. And Andrew Dice Clay made a joke about my dad having bigger boobs than my mom. And they laughed, obviously, because it's funny. And I brought that up to my dad. He goes, yeah, but I didn't get on the stage and slap him. Like, it obviously different circumstance, but I just thought that was a funny story in general. Like, a famous comedian like that making a joke.
Yeah. I understand, like, I understand, of course, some things are sensitive, and now it is back and forth. Like, but if comedians can't figure out and workshop and, like, learn how to tell jokes and tell jokes the way they want to, there's just no more comedians.
Yeah.
There's just, so it's, I don't know. It's something that the writers, I'm sure, didn't realize. Chris Rock didn't realize. And like I said, if there is a problem, if there's a problem with the joke, there's a way to address it and handle it that's not physically hitting someone.
Even if you, like, not saying this is okay, if you waited till after the show and then, like, slapped them backstage or something, like, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But that'd be way better than what you did.
I don't know. It's just the whole thing is insane, and it took over the story, or the whole night. Of course, that was like the biggest part, over honestly what I thought was a fairly enjoyable show.
It was pretty good.
It wasn't. I will say, I know that the ratings have been like historically low, and this one was a lot better, I think. But Amy Schumer, Regina Hall, Wanda Sykes, like, they were all funny.
Amy Schumer did get in trouble for that stealing.
Yeah,
joke.
Apparently there was another stolen joke from something on Twitter, and it's just.
She's always stealing jokes.
It was like word
That's
for
her
word,
thing.
like the tweet that she took it from.
Yeah, it is. It was. Yeah, I did see that. And like Regina Hall, I thought was very funny.
If you're going to do that, you have to say, I saw this on Twitter, and then say what it was. Right? Like,
or do you think she just like subconsciously like read that tweet and then like thinks she came up with it like 4 weeks later?
I mean, that's it too. Or you could play devil's advocate and just say, like, coming up with a joke about Leo's girlfriends is not exactly a new thing.
No, I know, but like it was.
No, it was very similar.
Yeah.
It was absolutely very similar.
Exact.
Yeah. And like I thought they all did a great job. Amy Schumer like tried to make the show funny again after that happened, because not only did like that happened, first of all, poor Questlove. Like he just won an Oscar. Like that was the award that Chris Rock was giving. He won for his documentary Summer of Soul, and he just nobody remembers because everyone was just like, holy shit, what just happened? Like that was the 5 minutes when everyone was glued to their phone rewatching, trying to figure out if it was real or not.
I didn't even know Questlove went on stage because I was just on
exactly.
my phone.
Yeah.
But people were shouting out Chris Rock because they're like, that's why he continued like professionally, because it's like Questlove deserved to be able to.
Yeah. And I think for anybody, he and that was even crazier. Like Chris Rock being like, so I'm up here to give out the award for documentary.
He was like, we're giving out a documentary. An award for best documentary. Like he was so rattled.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, and then it went from that to like the in memoriam. It was like, so it took quite a turn, and Amy Schumer comes out and makes the joke like, oh, did I miss anything? Something happened, and then it just perfectly hit with the fact that she then made a joke about Jesse Plemons' wife, Kirsten Dunst, right there. Where it was like, oh, Jesse can take a joke about his wife being a seat filler.
You want to take your shot?
And also, like, Regina Hall made that joke about Will Smith
Regina
earlier
Hall
in the
made
night.
a joke about their open marriage.
Yeah.
Like she was like, Jada said you could come up here, Will.
So it kind of just seems like a bunch of pent up anger, and he's finally like, all right, I can.
I think I think that, and I think the topic of Chris Rock's joke, was a much more sensitive than we all realized.
I don't doubt that, but I think it took Will Smith to look at Jada to even process that, because originally he was just laughing.
Yeah, that's very true. Other than that, I felt it was a very, it was a good show. A lot of new winners.
Billie Eilish won.
Oh yeah,
Billie Eilish won. She's very funny. She posted on Instagram about how she hugged Diddy before she hugged her mom and her brother. Venus Williams did have a nip slip.
That did happen.
What do you guys think about the Beyonce intro?
I love Beyonce.
It's cool.
It was cool. She made a tennis, like just an entire performance in tennis lime green, which is not a flattering color, and it was very cool.
If you're Chris Rock too,
Blue Ivy was in it.
But like just to know that's like Jay-Z and Beyonce, like the people that were front row to watch you get slapped in the face, like it's crazy. Jay-Z and Beyonce were like right there.
And that's like, and I know this is it's literally so random, but Jim Carrey had a very strong take on this. He went on CBS this morning. He said he would have sued the shit out of Will Smith. Like he talked about Hollywood and just like really went on a little bit of a rant about how terrible it was. And some things clearly over the top and extreme, but some things did make sense to me. It was like, oh, all those celebrities just watched that happen and then like gave him a standing ovation, and they're like hugging him and like clapping for him. Like Bradley Cooper's like hugging him like, hey, it's gonna be okay. Like maybe anybody want to do that for Chris Rock? You want to run backstage and make sure he's okay?
Right. That's what pisses me off the most a lot about celebrities in Hollywood is that they all get on their Instagram and their Twitter and they preach about a bunch of things all the time, and then you find out what they're actually doing behind the scenes, and just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of nonsense.
Very performative.
All the time.
All the time. Extremely. So yeah, that was another person where it was like, oh, Jim Carrey, very strong take on this.
Yeah,
okay.
Interesting.
Zoe Kravitz also shout. Zoe Kravitz
yeah, Zoe Kravitz posted on Instagram 2 pictures of her dresses, one of her award show dress and one for the Vanity Fair dress. And the first one she wrote, here's a picture of my dress at the show where we are apparently assaulting people on stage now. And the second one, and
I love Zoe Kravitz.
So do I. And the second one is, and here's a picture of my dress at the party after the award show where we apparently scream profanities and assault people on stage now.
Yeah. I just finished Big Little Lies season 2, so I'm very high on Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, she had a very cute. It seemed like she had a very cute moment with Billie Eilish too when Billie won. Yeah. Like they were on stage. They walked off stage together, and they both like looked so cute. I just think she's so excited for Billie Eilish, and and it's funny because that song has been out for so long, No Time to Die, because it came out even before the movie got delayed for forever. Yeah. Like the movie didn't actually come out for I think almost maybe a year plus after it was supposed to, but the song came out. So she's been singing that song for a long time.
Yeah.
Also, kind of a flex to beat Beyonce.
Yeah, it
You
is.
think?
Yeah, it
Totally is.
That's like
And
when
I-
we beat up Oprah at the
Yeah,
People's Choice
yeah.
Awards.
And I
But
do
that we
think,
didn't
We still beat her
yeah.
though.
So, one round further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do think that the Bond songs, a lot of times, I feel like have a leg up at the Oscars. Like, those
Yeah,
ones
that
always do
montage
well.
was cool.
Always do
The
well.
Bond montage that they
They
made.
did a lot of cool like odes to old movies. They did
Yeah.
The Godfather.
Did
They had
Adele
everyone
win?
from White Man Can't Jump came out
That was
together.
cool.
Oh, we're not even
Like,
talking
Woody
about
Harrelson.
Woody.
Kelly Slater.
Kelly Slater.
Wait, we missed the best part. Rhea's bald baddies came out.
We should start a group, Rhea's Bald Baddies.
Rhea's Bald
People think I
Baddies.
fucking love bald men. I don't. I just happen to love two bald
Wait,
men.
Kelly Slater.
Kelly Slater. Woody
Woody
Harrelson.
Harrelson.
You know Bruce Willis.
No.
Scott Van Pelt.
SVP, I do
She
love.
does love SVP.
But I don't have like people think I don't find bald men hot like typically. Now,
But
that,
you're a
that
big Joe
sounds
Rogan
wrong.
guy. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, people are gonna fucking come for me now. I don't hate Joe Rogan though, but that's besides the
But
point.
you find him attractive.
Yeah.
I find him super hot.
Super
No
hot.
kidding. No, two people I really love, Kelly Slater and Woody Harrelson, both happen to
Both?
be bald.
Yeah.
Kelly Slater
And they
is-
both happened to be at the Oscars. And on top of that, we didn't even
They were
realize
posting pictures together.
Woody was posting pictures together with them.
Kelly Slater is the most beautiful bald man to walk this earth.
I think you're probably.
I will
close.
stand by that.
Why were Shaun White and Tony Hawk there? Like I
They
wasn't
were
paying
just
attention.
like talking about extreme sports.
Yeah, I like that Shaun White brought his mom. He didn't bring Nina Dobrev.
Woody Harrelson has a certain je ne sais quoi about him.
Wait, have you ever seen? You've watched White Man Can't Jump?
Yes.
Right? Oh, great
And I
movie.
think that Woody Harrelson just has something about him that's like sexy in a very strange
you know,
way.
Jack Harlow is. You saw that, right?
Yes, I did.
Cast in the new one.
Hottest bald men.
Kelly Slater. Like
Kelly
you don't
Slater's
have to
on the
name
list,
the
but
other
he's
ones
low.
to me. We've had this discussion before.
Yeah.
What does he look like with hair? That's what I want to know.
Probably not as hot for some reason.
Wait, are we
Jason
even allowed to be
Statham is
talking
up
about
there.
his hair? It's a little joke
You like
there.
Jason. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah, Will Smith's gonna slap me.
Jason Statham, you were up. You were up.
I
for
do like
Statham.
Jason Statham is a hot bald man for sure.
Yeah, but
He
think
is.
about fucking.
Well, Kelly Slater's got the
Slater.
eyes.
Kelly Slater is fucking gorgeous.
How old is
it's
he?
insane.
Kelly Slater's got to be in his 40s, no?
Oh, I was gonna guess late
He's
40s.
50. Oh my
50.
god.
50. He looks good.
Holy shit.
I feel like when you're bald, you look younger because you don't see like the graying and losing hair. It's just like you've always been that way.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that basically is like everything from, I mean, of course, like fashion, we don't have to get into too much, but I felt like most of the looks I really liked. There wasn't really any that I was like, oh no, that's a disaster.
Yeah, and I'm always more interested in the Vanity Fair party.
Yeah, and everyone gets
Euphoria
dressed up a
people.
little bit. Like the Vanity Fair party, people take more risks with their outfits and whatnot. Once again, just love everything Zendaya wears. It's just ridiculous. She did her own glam.
That's crazy.
Unbelievable. She looks so. That was like almost my favorite part of the look. Like I was like, oh my god, her glam looks amazing, and she fucking did it
She
herself.
said it.
What a talent.
She said post on her Instagram, she's like, some days I do my own beat, and then she changed her eyeshadow herself for the Vanity Fair party when
How
she
much time
changed
do you have in
outfits.
between to go?
I have
'Cause
no
it's pretty
idea.
Quick, I feel like.
I have no idea. I thought that too.
Do you bring like a change of clothes?
I always
like,
think about that with like I thought that with Vanessa Hudgens. She hosted the red carpet. She did a great job. She looks great. She has a
it's inevitable.
she had like she wore her hair up in a high bun. And you know like when you get your hair done like that, you got the hairspray
It
and
hurts
it's
so
glued
bad.
and it's pulled back so tight and like it's glued down so like you literally don't have any flyaways or hairs anywhere. And then for the Vanity Fair party, she wore her hair down. And I'm like, did she wash her hair in between? Because let me tell you, when you take your hair out of those high looks, it's hard to make it look good again without washing it. But
Maybe
I guess
she
that's
did a
why.
quick wash and blow.
Yeah, and that's also why hairstylists make the big bucks. You know,
Yeah.
I'm sure they could figure out a way to make that look
Right.
look good again.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. I think. Oh, this is what I wanted to mention. Kevin Jonas played the guitar behind Reba. Not sure why.
He's used to being a backing.
Not sure why that was the case. I think Travis Barker was playing the drums. Like, I'm not quite sure why that was all a thing, but
maybe it's just like you get to go to the Oscars. You want to
Yeah.
just play guitar, like
I mean, it looked like
That's
Kevin
his way to
Jones
get
just
in.
went by himself to the Oscars to play guitar for
Yeah.
Reba.
bring anyone?
I don't think so. He walked the carpet by himself from what I could see. So,
Good for him.
yeah, exactly.
If
That
you
was
went
my
to the
last.
Oscars, would you take your mom or your dad? Or your sister?
My dad.
Really?
Yeah. My mom would want my dad to go
Is he,
She
a
would,
big
because
Oscars
my
fan?
dad
He would appreciate
is
it more.
much more into all of this than my mom is. My mom doesn't pay attention to much.
He would appreciate it
You
more.
would
for
definitely
sure.
take your mom.
I would take my mom. Yeah, probably.
I would take my mom.
My dad would fucking die to go to an awards show.
Yeah.
Next time, People's
w-
Choice.
It wouldn't even be a question. Like, wouldn't even be a debate.
I would honestly like maybe take my grandma.
That's a good way to win over the
Your
fans.
mom would
Yeah.
be so upset.
I don't even know if she would.
I
It's her own mother,
yeah,
so how upset
true.
could she be?
I would take Nano if he had any idea what was going
Yeah,
on.
no, that. Although that would be hilarious.
Yeah, it would.
Just
Maybe I
to
would take
like
my grandma. That would actually. That's a good move.
to just like watch him be like, "Who's that? Who's
Yeah.
that?"
He just would have no idea what's going on.
But yeah, and then once again they finished like 45 minutes later than I think it was supposed to, and everybody went to go look to see what was. I didn't really hear any stories about the Vanity Fair party, but I feel like it's just been overshadowed by Will Smith stuff, right?
Probably.
Like I feel like that's all anybody's been.
I'm
able to
sure
talk
everyone
about.
tried to have a tame night after that.
Yeah.
We've talked about Care of plenty of times on this podcast, making sure you get those essential vitamins that you need in your life. And why Care of is the best for that is because they curate it perfectly for you. Yes, you log online, you take a quiz, you fill out all the needs in your life, but Care of curates these cute little packets for you with your name on it and the vitamins that you need to take every day. It's a subscription service with high quality, personalized vitamins, like I said, that come straight to your door. You can also get supplements and powders delivered every month to you in these cute little packets with your name. You know, when you get vitamins or you get these powders, supplements, you got all these bottles creating a bunch of clutter in your home. You don't even know how to keep up. Sometimes you'll forget to take them. With Care of, it's so easy and simple when you have the little packets curated for you. Snip it right open, boom, take your vitamins every day, and you're good to go. You go online to takecareof.com, fill out the quiz. You can fill it out with a friend, fill it out with a partner, whatever it is. They could help you fill it out because sometimes there's no better way to get to know yourself better than to ask your friends, your family, your partners, what do you think I need help with? What health-wise, anything. So go to takecareof.com, fill out the quiz, and for 50% off your first order of Care of, you can go to takecareof.com and enter code CITO50. Once again, all these products are made from good-for-you, clean ingredients that are backed by the latest science and research, so you know you're getting the healthy vitamins that you need. So go to takecareof.com and enter code CITO50 for 50% off your first order.
Big news from the Baldwin clan, and it's a clan.
Jesus.
Something about Alec Baldwin shooting a person and then you calling them a clan.
Hilaria Baldwin is pregnant with their 7th child, and it's nuts. But clearly, she loves having children, and a baby being born is always a gift. Like that's just one.
You know what? It
you know,
is.
like no matter what. Like I'm gonna
It
throw
is.
that out there first.
I'm fully on that side. You know how I feel about babies lately.
This blew my mind. When I saw the headline, I was like, "You got to be kidding me!"
We were laughing at our desk because we were like, "Wait, did Alec Baldwin shoot somebody and then him and Hilaria fucked after, and then now they're having a baby?" Like that's like obviously you can't
It's a
just.
distraction.
I guess you
Yeah.
can't put your sex life on hold after that, right? You got to move on, but it's just crazy
Maybe
to
it's
think
a way
about.
to cope.
Right? You got to cope somehow, and now they're having they're
Wait,
having
children.
A child.
After her
Now
whole
Hilaria's with
scandal,
child.
like she's not
Cucumber?
really. Didn't she?
Hillary?
Hillary.
Yeah.
Didn't she like announce having a baby like right after that?
She did. But so she had a baby. Okay, so she had a baby, and I was just looking this up too because she has 6 children. She gave birth in September of 2020, and then when did the Hillary
that's pretty
scandal
recent.
happen? I think at the end of 2020.
Yes,
I think, right?
it felt
thought
like
it
it
was
was the
2021,
end of
but-
the summer of 2020.
I thought it was later than that.
At the end of 2020. I knew that's when it was. Hilaria Baldwin scandal broke at the end of 2020. And so that happens. She gives birth September. That happens. And then they welcomed another baby in February of 2021, but it was via surrogate. So it was like 5 months apart, but one baby she gave birth to and one baby was via surrogate.
How old is Alec Baldwin? Like, they're not even gonna know him.
64.
These kids are gonna.
Alec Baldwin is.
These kids aren't gonna know him.
Alec Baldwin, he's 63, but his birthday's on April 3rd, so it's coming up. He's almost 64. Hilaria is 38, and they're expecting their 7th child. Kate made a good point. She was like, if you are at that stature of, like celebrity and you have the money, you probably just have a lot of help, and having 7 kids isn't incredibly, I mean, I'm sure it's still difficult, but I'm saying like you have the help. The help is available. I don't know how much help Hilaria has. She may not have a lot of help. She might do a lot of stuff herself.
You probably want to like raise them. I don't think you're just like, let's have more to have. Like,
no. And I will say, and this could also just be social media and what you get from social media. The idea that you get from her social media is that she is a very hands-on mom. So
I don't look at her social media.
I see her.
But I don't know if I would
sometime.
believe
But
Hillary.
that's what I'm saying. Like, right? It's also social media, and God knows she hasn't exactly been truthful.
Yeah.
In the past.
Yeah. A lot of people aren't on social media.
Yeah. Isn't it just like maybe about time Alec Baldwin gets the snip,
wraps it up?
Snip,
No,
not even that.
I mean,
snip.
I was just gonna be like, if he shoots another person, they're gonna need another baby.
Oh my God. Snip.
You've had a lot of risky jokes on this podcast, and I don't not like them. I think that
I don't think any of them are.
No, I enjoy them. Somebody's got to make them.
He's got to. I think he's got to tie the.
Yeah. Snip it off.
Snip it.
Yeah.
It's time for the old vasectomy.
Yeah. Well, maybe he doesn't want to have that. Maybe they want to have the kids.
Alec Baldwin cannot be like, yeah, I'm loving having a billion kids.
He seems like an angry man.
He is.
So.
He got kicked off or they tried to kick him off a plane because he was playing like Doodle Jump
or
something.
paparazzi videos.
Parked car situation.
Yeah. There's a lot of videos of Alec Baldwin being angry. So who knows? Maybe kids make him happy.
That that is
maybe
true.
That's
he's
the
back
outlier.
in he's actually in Italy right now shooting a new movie.
Oh my God, they're letting that crazy man on set?
Alec Baldwin and shooting in the same sentence.
Oh
man.
He's in Italy shooting a new movie.
He has landed in Europe to film his first movie since what happened on the set of Rust.
That must be uncomfortable to be on that set. Like,
well, congrats to them. Like, I have no idea what to say about them. I really don't.
It is something that is clearly just like, it's almost like the only real opinion to have is just like, she's having a 7th kid. Wow. Just wow.
Dare I say, good for her.
Good for, yeah. We have a great interview with Juliette Porter talking about everything that's happening on Siesta Key. And guys, there's been tons of weddings. Lots of love on Siesta Key. We know that Chloe just got married. We know that Madison is married now as well. And if you guys are in that same boat and looking to plan a wedding, Zola.com is the one place to start. Whatever you need, they've got your back, which is why over 2 million couples have planned their weddings with Zola. Zola helps with finding venues and vendors, managing your guest list, creating a wedding website and gift registry, creating beautiful save the dates and invitations, and more. Whatever your style or budget, Zola has you covered. Looking for a wedding venue? You'll get personalized recommendations in your area and in your budget. If you want an amazing gift registry, Zola has the brands you love and some unexpected ones too. You can also create stunning save the dates, invites, and a matching wedding website. All their planning tools are completely free to use, like a free wedding website that's home to your gift registry, which, by the way, comes with free shipping and returns. And it's not just free, it's risk-free. So you get free personalized samples of your invites so you can try them out before you buy. And of course, free envelopes and guest addressing. If you're planning your wedding, Zola is the one place to start. Go to Zola.com today and use promo code SAVE50 for 50% off your save the dates. With hundreds of designs to choose from and easy customization, you can start your wedding journey exactly the way you want. A million wedding ideas, one place to start. That's Zola.com. Code SAVE50.
All right, everyone, we are here with a very special guest. We are joined by Juliette Porter from Siesta Key. Juliette has obviously been on the show many of times. We're happy to have her back and talk about season 5 of Siesta Key because it is fully back. Thanks for joining us, Juliette.
Thank you. It's actually season 4B.
So, yeah. Sorry.
Close.
Season 4B.
I know.
Shit.
Really close.
They write season 5 every year.
Sorry, my boyfriend just FaceTimed
No,
me.
you're good. You're good. Season. I thought that same thing too. And then when I went to watch the episode when it first came back, and it was like, oh, it said season 4, episode like 13 or something. I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
all right, we're just picking right up.
Technically, it's like season 7.
Yeah,
If we want to really get into it.
They do
I've
a
been
lot of
doing
the
it for a
A,
while.
B seasons.
Yeah.
yes.
We love that. We love
Yeah,
that.
and even the A and B. Yeah, even like the A and B seasons have enough episodes to make up a full season on compared to like other reality shows.
To be fair though, like I think I would go crazy if I was filming for like 24 straight episodes. It doesn't give us time to like sit back and like process what has happened the last couple of months, because when you're filming, like your life just is different.
Yeah.
It's like it is reality, but it just adds this like pressure to your life that like it would be just different if the cameras weren't there, I think. So it gives us time to like sit back and like understand what just happened over the last 3 months.
Yeah.
Right. And so you just said that your boyfriend's calling you, but we're seeing on this season now that you and Sam had broken up. Everyone's talking about it. What really changed? Because it felt like when you guys started dating and everyone started seeing this unfold, it was like, oh, this is my person. Like you guys were like moving in together. Everything happened so fast. What had changed?
I think it was like there was many reasons of what happened between us, but I think I started to change a lot. So we're a pandemic couple, Sam and I were. And I think that's like a real thing. We started dating in March of 2020, like seriously dating then. And the world was just put on hold. And for the next like 8 months, life just wasn't what it usually was. So I think that had like a huge factor in like what we thought we were as a couple. And then when things started to kick back up again, I launched my bikini line, JMP the label. We weren't working anymore, and we just had 2 different lives. And I wanted to create a business and like a career for myself and like prove to myself I could be something. And he never wanted that, like he already has tons of money and he has like this set life that he wants kind of. And I just like wasn't on the same page. I'm still figuring out who I am. And so I just really think it just started to push us apart. And he didn't like that. So he started to like fight back with me, and you'll see it in the next couple episodes, like shit really starts to hit the fan. But I just think it was like honestly like normal reasons. Like I'm used to like getting cheated on like heavily and like my boyfriend like flirting with other girls. But this was a relationship where like I really just think we were just going 2 different directions in life.
Yeah. And it does come off like that as well. I think sometimes there is what actually is happening and then how viewers perceive it. And sometimes those things don't line up. But here, that all makes sense. Because watching, it's like, well, he's 30, he's like settled, but doesn't have to really like exert himself when it comes to work at all. Like he's set, he's good to go. And you're 24 and you're starting your own business, and it's just like, the 2 are just not connecting. So it definitely made sense. But then, like you said, shit's going to hit the fan. We've been seeing the way they've been cutting the episodes where like you see a flash of a new girl. And then all of a sudden it's like 5 weeks earlier, 2 weeks earlier. And then we just keep seeing this like mystery girl being teased. And it's like, okay, clearly Sam moved on pretty quick.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah.
They dated I don't even think they dated. I think she comes and pops in every now and then when he's lonely, but that's what I hear.
Okay, well, it certainly made it seem like they were like, bam, new girl.
I think that was just to piss me off. It didn't work though.
Right. Do you feel like you're a lot older than 24?
Oh my God. Thank you for saying that, because I was just going to say, this whole narrative that he's 30 and wants to like settle is like, I don't know whose idea that was. I think it was his idea. And he like went along with that. But I do feel like I'm a lot older than 24. But then at times I'm like, am I? I don't know. I have my moments. But I think I'm more mature than him. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm more mature than Jordana. Like, I don't know. There was like a huge Twitter war last week and I'm like, this bitch is 30?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but maybe because the show's been on for so long now, and like I'm 24 too, but when I look at you and like, I mean like just maturity wise, like I don't think you look older than 24, but just you come across so much older than 24, and then I'm like, wait, I'm 24 too.
Right.
We're
I think
the
it's just
same
because
age.
you guys both started doing this kind of thing, like what people don't realize, so young.
Yeah,
when you first started filming.
How old were you when you first started filming Siesta Key?
Like 18.
Yeah,
right, like that's
insane.
insane. So you feel like you've grown up like at a speed.
Oh my God. No, it really, and like I mean, the show has been like very traumatic as like something that has shaped my life at this point. It's definitely had some hard moments, but it really has helped me like mature in a way that I don't think other people do at this age.
Yeah.
Like I've made a lot of mistakes, and I think that's why, like, mistakes that people don't typically have to make or get put in the position to make. So I think that's really like, it's helped with my patience. And sometimes I like to say, like, I set the bar kind of low and then I'm not disappointed, and it like helps me work through those things. Like I'm just used to the show now, I guess, and like how to navigate it. So yeah, I definitely I feel like I'm 30 mentally.
Yeah.
I see 30-year-olds and I'm like, no.
Yeah. And I felt like I didn't love Sam like trying to throw your past like back at you when you guys were having that last conversation in that last episode, when you were like, I just want, like if you're going to go out and party, like just say, hey, like I'm going out and partying, probably getting really drunk, like see you later. And he was like, oh, so I can slap someone. Like it was like, that felt unnecessary.
So that's like his defense mechanism. He was very afraid that I was going to say like he parties too much. Like, I don't know why that's a big deal. It's already filmed on the show. But I think he didn't want me to, I think that like triggered him.
Yeah.
And so he took something that he knew would hurt me and throw it back in my face, which like Chloe on the show, she told me something that I thought was really interesting. Like in a relationship, you never want to hit below the belt. And that was such a below the belt comment. Like so petty. And it's like, you're going to say that to someone that you love or you live with, like you're in a relationship with, and you're going to say something that you know is going to hurt their feelings. I think that was one of the moments where I was like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I was so now you guys will really see where it just like, there's no
coming back. Yeah, exactly.
And I think he still thinks, apparently, according to our friends, like he still thinks there's hope or something.
Right at this very moment?
I that's what some of them say. Or he just can't move on.
Yeah.
It's like one of the two.
He's probably regretting a lot of things. You watch back, obviously he's watching himself back now, seeing him say those things to you. And I feel like people who like have a moral compass can watch and be like, oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. Obviously, there's other people on the show that I think watched themselves time after time and didn't fix anything, but you get the point.
I'm one of those people, but I've been on it like one of the longest people that have been on the show. And I think I do notice though that I know how to like navigate through it more than someone like him does, because he is new to it. And it really is something that you have to get used to. Like people don't understand. It's like kind of hard because you really don't want to mess up what you're saying. And if you don't really think about what you're going to say next, it can get manipulated and, other people are going to hear about it. So I think like it can be hard. And I will say like, it's nice that I have been doing it for so long. At least I know how to like kind of do it now.
Yeah. And I think that's why
he didn't mean to with a lot of things he did.
That's why people who watch the show always stay loving you and respecting you, because it's like watching you grow up, and you obviously make mistakes and everyone makes mistakes, but I feel like you're always like navigating your way through it and like just figuring yourself out along the way.
Yeah. I would agree with that. And I think I'm also like, I'm just really emotional. I'm a Cancer, guys.
Yeah.
And I think the tears are, people can relate to them.
Yeah,
so
definitely
have that to my advantage.
They get a soft spot.
And look, every season, everybody's changing, right? There's always new friendships, old friendships. I could see if you hadn't watched the last maybe season or so and came back in, you're like, wait a second. All these friendships are different. Everybody's friends with different people. Chloe's back. Chloe has a new boyfriend that, they're very in tune and spiritual and the whole thing. And then like Kelsey's with Kara and
Chloe
Jordana,
has
and like
changed
it's
dramatically.
It's crazy. It is hard to follow at times. But what did you kind of think about Chloe this season? Because I know like there was when she didn't want to be on the show, and then she's back on the show, and now there's kind of obviously her love story happening now.
Over the last like 2 years, she's just really gone through like this whole, I hate saying the word transformation because it just sounds so like douchey.
Yeah.
But like she has changed a lot, and she really wanted to turn her life around. And like she realized, she was like, I used to be mean. I used to do things that hurt people and I didn't care. And she noticed that, and she realized she was kind of like projecting a lot of her inner demons onto others. And she recognized that. And like a lot of people can never do this. They never do this in their life. So I commend her for this. She turned that around, and now she's like so loyal to me. She really sticks up for her friends. She puts herself first when she needs to. She doesn't drink much anymore. She kind of like holds her composure much better. And she's still there. You still see the old Chloe, but like she really she did the work that like I can't do.
Yeah.
Or at least I think I could, but a lot of people never do this type of stuff. So I'm really proud of her. And she's married now.
Yeah.
She got married 2 months ago. So that is someone that's really changed the most.
How much do you think her, I guess now husband, right? Her husband has helped her? Because just from watching these last couple episodes, it does seem like he has been a really good sounding board for her.
Yeah, they're like a great couple. They're really, they're just they're like twin souls kind of thing. They do everything together. They love all the same things. He's really helped her. But I think like I say this to other people when they ask, like she had done what she needed to do for herself, like finding that own self-love before he came into the picture. And I think that's really important because if she was just like looking for someone to try to like make her life better and like give her a purpose, then I'd be like, okay, don't get married right now.
Yep.
She was like ready. It was kind of like she manifested it, if you will. Right. So I'm really happy for her, and he's great.
And I feel like her taking the time off from the show and us seeing like the old Chloe, but now I feel like in a way maybe she wanted to come back so that people and the viewers can see a new side of her and really see that she changed, because people can go on social media and talk all they want about how much they changed, but like really seeing it like makes you happy.
Yeah. She left because she was not secure enough in the fact that she had changed, I think. And she didn't want to have like spent all this time trying to work on herself for like Kara to come to the island and like just say something that made Chloe snap. Yeah. Like she just really didn't want to prove people right that none of this was working. So I think she left because she didn't believe in the fact that she was different and she was working on herself. And so when she kind of like came to the realization, she was like, well, I don't need to prove to these people I am different. I'm going to do the best that I can. That's when she came back and she was like, I can manage it, because you guys have seen it on the show. Someone will walk up to you and try to pick a fight with you. And it's just like, you have to like you guys have seen me do it like 5 times where I did not handle it well. So she was kind of trying to avoid something like that happening, which I don't blame her.
Yeah, definitely. And is Siesta Key, really as small as it seems as far as network of people? Because no matter what, it always feels like whatever new guy is brought around, like, oh, everyone meet so-and-so, and they're like, oh, I hooked up with him before. Like, I hooked up with him before. It's just like everybody seems to somehow know each other.
It is small. I mean, like, I know Sam has hooked up with like several other girls in the cast. I don't know if it's even like on the show, but like it's small.
Yeah.
People that have like lived here for a long time, we've all like been around for a while. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
But,
do you ever feel like you're gonna
really
leave?
Small. I've been thinking about leaving actually recently. I haven't really made any like plans yet, but I think it's time. I've lived here. I only lived in Tallahassee when I went to FSU for 4 years, and I was filming then too, so I was coming down all the time. So yeah, I've been thinking about going maybe to Miami, but you know,
you're staying in Florida though.
I can't leave Florida. I know. I'm like, I'm gonna move to Miami. It's like 2 hours.
I actually want to move to Florida so bad. So
nice.
It really is. You guys are lucky.
I would never do LA. I could never.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how you felt about that.
Yeah,
I'm going to LA tomorrow, and I'm like, oh God, not again.
No, we feel the same way about it too, and of course, like. No, we've been talking a lot about the age thing, and it's crazy seeing how a lot of the cast is having these major, like, grown-up moments, engagements, marriages, babies. Like, it's crazy. And I mean, my heart, like, broke watching this last episode, right, with Madison, because obviously we all know what happened with her baby with Ish, and to see how... Like, to see all that happiness for them, I can't imagine watching it back now is easy. I don't even know if they are watching it back. If
you know how she feels though is she's really happy that she gets to like share that with people, like share that the time she had Elliot in her tummy with the world, and for she wants people to know about what happened. She doesn't want to pretend it didn't happen. So she cherishes, like, she got married when she was 8 months pregnant. She's so happy that she has those photos with her husband and Elliot there with her forever. He's always going to be part of that moment.
Right.
So that's like a nice way to look at it.
Yeah. Every time I see like any post on social about it too, I get like teary-eyed because I just like, it's just the worst.
And also, but it probably helps other people who have been through that situation. It definitely comforts them. How happy are you guys that Madison and Ish actually like worked out? Because I remember watching when they first started talking, everyone was like, what is going on? Yeah. Everyone was eerie of it.
I never thought that they wouldn't. I mean, Madison's not the type to like break up, make up, fight, cheat. Talk about someone that's mature. She's mature. Yeah. And Ish is like 48. So I knew like when they really made their relationship public, like they were going to get married.
Right.
And I just still can't even believe that it ended up happening that way. But like, there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes in a production that people don't know about. Yeah. They're here. A lot of our production team is from Los Angeles. So they're here living in a hotel for like 4 months all together. Like things happen, like connections are made. So,
and you want to create like a family environment too, so that people feel comfortable that when they're coming from LA or whatever, they're staying there for 4 months. It's like, it's work, but also you want people to like have a good time doing it.
Yeah, we used to, in the beginning seasons, we used to have like premiere parties and stuff. Now, like when we're done filming, everyone's like, peace, I don't want to see you for like a year. We're all just like, bye.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We just saw you also have like a moment where you're talking about actually having a conversation with Kelsey for the first time in a while. How did that go? And has there been any, I guess, progress is the word, any progress in a friendship, or do you guys just kind of know like you're good where you are?
I mean, I think we're both like fine where we are. I don't know. I'm going to be completely honest. Like, I don't know if those scenes are really how she feels. Like the one with her mom. I was like, does she miss me? Is that true? Because like, if she missed me, I would be willing to like see where we could go. But if she doesn't, like, I'm fine either way. I just don't know. Like, we don't talk. Yeah. So I'm like, if this is how she's really feeling, like she's never really been one to open up. She's not very vulnerable. So, and I am, but like, I don't know. It's still a sticky situation. I saw her boyfriend on Friday. But
and nobody wants to be the first one to reach out either.
I don't know if it's like, I just don't know where it would go.
Yeah.
Like, are we ever really going to be able to move on from that? Or is it always going to be like, well, remember that time you hit me in the face? Because I don't want that shit. It's like what Sam did to me on last week's episode. Like, if we're going to move on, we're going to move on. Like, we're not going backwards. So
yeah.
I don't know. I would love to try to like see if we could ever get back to that place, but there's never been like someone that tried to.
Right.
Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll just be the one. Like, hey, want to get coffee?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's hard because I do think like everybody did like the friendship between you guys, but at the same time, it's, you know yourselves the best, and if it's like in your mind, if it's like, oh, you know, I think this is really what's gonna work.
It's hard
the best
because
for us.
I have friends that have been my friends for 10 years.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what happens in my life, we're still friends, like through boyfriends. But with Kelsey, we became good friends when I was really down about Alex. I was really depressed. I was heartbroken. And that's when her and I became best friends. We were traveling the world. I was like with Robbie for a minute. And then when Sam and I started dating, that's when her and I like stopped being friends. So like, there's a part of me that's like questions, like, were we ever really like those true, real friends?
Right.
Why is it that we couldn't make it past like a boyfriend?
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think that those different friendships and relationships happen in your life. Like you said, sometimes you have friends that you have for years, no matter what, they're always by your side. And sometimes you have friends that come in like a phase, right? And you're like, oh, this was like my party phase friend. And that was my boyfriend phase friend. And you realize who's like a real friend and which ones actually really are going to stick by you.
Yeah. So I don't know.
The
Maybe one day.
Yeah. The way the show moves time-wise, it does feel like everything is always happening really fast. And now we know that you are in a new relationship. Well, it seems...
I also move fast, though. Apparently.
Yes. So it's like we're watching, you know, we see this end with Sam, and then in previews for the rest of the season, like, you're kissing a new guy, and it's like, here's another boyfriend. Here he comes.
Well, okay, so like Clark was like the first guy I met when Sam and I, like, actually the story is Chloe took my phone. We were like wasted one day, day drinking. It was like pouring rain here. And I was sad because Sam had like 20 girls at his house. And I was like, this motherfucker is trying to embarrass me. She was like, you just need a new guy. You don't need a boyfriend. So she took my phone. It was Clark's birthday. Clark's my boyfriend now. It was his birthday. So I messaged him happy birthday. And she took my phone and sent him my number. And then him and I started texting, and then we just fucking started dating.
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I like this?
I love it.
It cracks me up, but it is like some people are just relationship people. It's just like
I'm not. I swear.
Juliette. I don't know how long. I wonder if you've ever done the math on like how long you've actually been single since this show started. Like single.
I was single for like 7 months between Alex and Sam.
Okay.
Not bad.
That is not bad.
No,
that is not bad.
that's not bad.
I will give you that one. And then Sam and Clark is what, like a month?
Oh my God, no, that was
not even.
Yeah.
You know what?
Hey, when you like someone, you like someone.
Exactly. And you got to do what's best for you.
He was just like, this is why, because I tried to handle the breakup with Sam really well. And I'm so proud of myself because I think I did. I didn't go on social media and trash him. He was trashing me. It was really embarrassing. Like all my private things in my life and my relationship were all just aired out. And I was like, I'm not going to be that fucking girl. I'm not going to feed into everything he's trying to get me to do. And I think because of that, like, I don't know, destiny just led me to Clark. And now he's just like exactly what I wanted in a guy. Yeah. So,
and sometimes you're like over the relationship you were in before you even break up. Right. So it's like when people are like, she moved on so fast. It's like, well, you probably were over Sam before you even broke up.
Oh yeah. No, that's totally true. I had been over, I mean, what you're watching all right now, I'm just trying to like mitigate the situation.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
in all these episodes, I'm like, how do I not get him? Because he was trying to fight with me at every turn. Every time I would ever say anything, it was a fight. And I was just so drained. I was exhausted. I would like end a day crying just because I was purely tired. It was bad. So I was over him at this point, and I just didn't know how to handle it because I cared, but I didn't want to have like a big blow up fight, and I didn't know how he was going to react. And like, you know, now we all know how he reacted.
Yeah,
so I don't know why it
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Clark live in Siesta Key?
He lives in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Still in
So I'm doing
Florida.
long distance. It's 3 hours though. So
Yeah, it's
a
separate
little
coasts.
annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little annoying, but I'm making it work. That's why I'm like considering, one of the reasons I'm considering going down to Miami. And I work out of there sometimes I do photo shoots down there a lot. So I'm like, maybe it's, you know, time to do a change.
Yeah.
I'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah.
I can see you in Miami.
I feel like it also just totally fits the swimsuit entrepreneur
It really
life as
does.
well. And, you know, your label has done so well. It is so
Thank
cool to
you.
see. The swimsuits are beautiful.
So
like
cute.
they're always
you.
so cute. How proud of yourself are you? Because like it's something that's
I'm
really
so
hard to do.
happy. I am so happy. I mean, it's one of those things where to bring it back to my fucking ex-boyfriend, he told me I couldn't do it. I remember we were laying in bed and he was like, yeah, I don't think you're going to do it. And I was like, thank you, because now I'm going to. I'm going to go do it now. And it was partially because of the pandemic too. Like I was always so afraid because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how. I didn't know anyone in the industry. And I finally just like took that leap. I have partners that have, you know, been doing this type of stuff for years. They're amazing. And I have people that are guiding me through it. So like, I'm not doing it alone. It's something you have to learn how to do. You can never just start a business and it's just immediately perfect. You have to like learn all these things. So it's been really fulfilling though. And I'm so happy. I like really finally got to start something I love, which is really the whole reason I ever really wanted to do this show, was to hopefully have kind of like a spin-off career.
Yeah.
But it's been going really well, and I love designing, and like the photo shoots are so fun. I've met so many new people and it's great. I'm really happy.
Yeah. And I feel like I always see you getting the bit bigger and bigger, whether it's new lines or like getting into other like athleisure and things like that, which is really cool.
Yeah, we're about to do some athleisure. We're getting into some clothes, and hopefully it just keeps growing from there.
That's
like I have big plans. So
and everyone
awesome.
can shop online, right?
yeah, you can get it online. We're on Instagram. You can do, we're on, we have like Instagram shop, all
Yep,
that.
yep.
It's great. I love it. So jmpthelabel.com.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, Juliette, thank you so much for joining us and catching up. And I know you don't like to leave Florida, but next time you're in New York.
That's what I was going to say. I miss coming into the city. It's been so long now.
I know.
Next
I have a
time.
new studio now. You got to come in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next time for sure. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye. All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Make sure you are looking out on Thursday for the link to buy our tickets to the West Coast tour. The dates will be announced, and just get ready. We want to see you out there.